Alright, hello everyone. My name is Michael Nallen, and today I'll be showing you my Active Directory hacking lab. So as you can see, we're in my Kali Linux box at the moment, and I'll be showing you how we can hack into an Active Directory network system. So the first thing that we're going to do is be opening up our terminal in Kali Linux, and then we're going to be checking our IP address with ipconfig. Then as you can see in here on our Ethernet 1 connection, that is the network that we're on that we're trying to hack. And so we'll have to remember our IP address here and how we're going to be hacking the systems there. So next we're going to be opening up our second terminal here, and we're going to be opening the file called responder.py. This is a file that's already preloaded on Kali Linux, and it's just going to be helping us do LLMNR poisoning. So LLMNR means link local multi-name resolution. And we use this mainly to resolve issues with a host name to an IP address. So it's going to be sending out to the network if anybody knows the host name to a certain IP address. So with LLMNR poisoning, what happens is when somebody on the network requests for an IP address or a host name that they don't know, that we're going to say yes to it even if we don't know it, just so they will send their credentials to our computer. As you can see with the responder application, it is listening for any LLMNR protocols at the moment so that we can send out saying that we have the host or IP address that they're looking for so we can steal their credentials. So in a real life situation, we would want to be listening on the network during the most active times of the day. But since we are working on a Active Directory lab, we don't have the luxury of multiple people activating and moving and using protocol. So we're just going to be doing a quick way of just having an instantly protocoled LLMNR to our computer. Now we're going to be on our Windows 10 virtual machine. We're going to be signing in as Nyarlathotep the Pharaoh. If you get that reference, then I congratulate you. That's awesome. And it's even more amazing if you know what the Necronomicon is. But at the moment, we're just going to go ahead and skip all those fun little side comments, and we're going to go ahead and open up our File Explorer. And we're just going to go ahead and type in the IP address for the Kali Linux system. And this will just do a quick, straight, direct LLMNR poisoning for it. And we'll be able to go back into our Kali system and show that we now have the credentials of this Windows 10's account. And as you saw, we never signed in our network credentials on the Windows 10 machine, but the Linux system was still able to steal our IP address, the domain, and the user, and was also able to steal the hash for our password. So now we're going to copy the hash into a text file so we can use the next application on Kali called Hashcat. And so with Hashcat, it helps break hashes and gives us passwords that it could be. Normally you use a brute force method for it, but there are other applications that can do it better. So now we're going to be using our terminal. So we're just going to type in hashcat and we're going to do -5600. This is just the type of hash that LLMNR normally uses. So it's the NTLMv2. So now we're just going to go ahead and put in our file, our hash file that we just created. And then we're going to be using another file that was already pre-installed on Kali called the rocku file. And this basically just has a bunch of passwords that we're able to use, and it's just going to brute force through them all and check what their hashes are and see if it's the same or equivalent to the hash that we have. And this is going to go through them all until we've collected out what our hash is. And now that it's already done, we're able to check on and see what password it is. So as we look a little bit further down from the hash, you'll be able to see that they're using password in a very ununique way. And so now that we have their password, we're able to use any computer on their network to hack into their account. So now this opens more of like a Pandora's box on your account, because the hacker can use you as a way to enter in for more information. They can try to add more users that they'll be able to use as a backdoor, or they can try going for administrative rights on that computer or that domain. And so now I just want to talk to you guys about how do we prevent this happening on our domain. One of the biggest things that you can do that's just simple and easy is you can just go ahead and disable your LLMNR in NBTNS. That way they can't do any attacks against your computer and that you'll be able to be safe overall. But the issue is that a lot of domains and a lot of networks need to have that open and running. And so another thing that we should be doing, if we can't just disable our LLNR, is to go ahead and make our passwords stronger. I would recommend that we go at least up to 14 characters in our passwords. Make sure that there's special numbers, symbols, that you're not just using simple ideas. Maybe you try to make it into a sentence as your password. And then the other thing too is that we can update our passwords every 3 months. It's a really good standard to have in almost all companies, but very few implement it very well. Well, alright, thank you for watching my Active Directory demonstration, and I hope this persuades you to use a better Active Directory and not having so weak passwords and able to change those and update those constantly. And thank you all for watching.